All right, let's get into a little trade recap for the boys. I'm going to go through the daily bias, what we were looking for, why we didn't take the longs, what prompted us to wait for this short setup, why our target was that 930 swing low. And mainly, I think the most important thing today is why we did not take the longs and why we waited patiently for this. So let's get into a little bit of a daily bias first, right? This is the trade that we took. Executions are shown, 1 to 2 risk to reward. I'm going to go on NQ to show you the daily bias. So coming into the morning, first things first, what do I check? I check the weekly time frame. Why? Because if you guys have been trading with us for longer than 3 days, you'll know that I have been having my eye on this weekly low all the way down here, this June 8th weekly low for the past 2 weeks. Okay, I want price to come down and take that previous week low before we push back up to all-time highs. I think it's a very obvious target. I think once we take out this weekly low, we will then be ready to come back up to all-time highs. So until this weekly low all the way down here, Monday, June 8th weekly low gets taken, what is my higher time frame bias? It is bearish. So that is the first most important thing coming into the morning, right? Because you need to move from higher time frame to lower time frame, not the other way around. On the daily, what do I see? We open the charts, and at 9:30, we can already see that we have a SMT at previous day high. So what does that mean? That means that ES has come up and taken previous day high while NQ has not, leaving a bearish SMT. Since they are correlated assets, when one asset takes out a significant higher low, it means that the other one is either not have enough volume to also take that target out in the same direction, or it says ES already took it out, NQ is ready to reverse, right? Basically, it doesn't have to happen on both NQ and ES, and you can actually take advantage of those slight differences between the correlated assets to catch a better entry. So previous day high, SMT, bang. That's confirming my bearish bias even more. Then I move down to the 4-hour time frame. What do I see? I see that on the 4-hour chart, we have come up and inversed this 4-hour bearish gap. That kind of sketches me out. That says, okay, hold on. Maybe we are ready to go up higher. Maybe before we actually take shorts, we're going to push up higher. Where would we go to push up higher? My target for longs, right? Not like that I want to take longs, but where do I want to see price go before hopping into shorts? I want to see price either hit this rejection block, okay, come up to where all of these 4-hour wicks are, tap into it, or sweep those 4-hour highs and then go back down. Either or I'm fine with, right? So we came up, we tapped into this rejection block. What a rejection block is just coming here, highlighting the last wick that we had on the higher time frame. And wicks tend to be respected, right? Not all the time, but as you can see, even before this, all of these 4-hour wicks were respected and we pushed down lower. So I'm expecting the continuation of this model. Bang, come up, tap into all of these wicks, and immediately see a rejection higher. So, sorry, a rejection lower. Now, why did we not take the first sell model? All right, what was the first sell model?
5-minute inverse.
The first sell model was this 5-minute inverse that took place at 9:25 a.m. Right, this looked like a great sell model to London lows. It ended up playing out. Why did we not take it? Because we don't take trades before market open, okay? That's just one of our rules. That doesn't mean that the setup isn't great. It just means if I want to have a perfect day, I am going to follow all of my rules, including not taking trades before 9:30. Then what happened? We come down, we take out London lows, we leave an SMT with ES at London lows, and we get a 5-minute inverse to the upside. Why do we not take this 5-minute inverse to the upside on NQ? Because if I were to take this 5-minute inverse to the upside, look at how far my stop loss needs to be. Okay, do I want a negative risk to reward to the 4-hour target? No. right? This looks like shit. So we faded this 5-minute inverse. We came up, we tapped into those 4-hour rejection blocks. ES made a great move up. NQ made a great move up. But what did I notice about longs? That every time we tried to push up higher, it was not clean. It did not look like we had a strong bullish bias. So then we waited, we accumulated a little bit. We came up, took out the internal highs of this small accumulation zone, created a 1-minute bullish gap, and then that was our condition, right? Because then we come up, we have a resweep of the sweep of the high. So we have a resweep on the lower time frame and the higher time frame. We tapped into the rejection block on the 4-hour time frame on ES, which was my condition. And then we got the 1-minute inverse, which was our entry. And this was the exact trade that we took. Stop at the swing high, take profit at this 930 low. Okay, bang. Where is it? Right here. I think our entry was a little bit delayed. It was somewhere around here for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. And if you want to see the executions again, I took it on M and Q for 4 cons, entry right here at the 1-minute inverse, full take profit at the 930 low. And that is the little trade recap for today. Now we got Netherlands, Morocco. We have Brazil, Japan. What other game do we have today?
Germany, Paraguay.
Germany, Paraguay. We have fucking...
Dude, great games today. We're done at 10:15 a.m. We're literally I'm gonna go fuck off, go outside, get some fresh air, watch the games. We're gonna go eat Terry Blacks and maybe play golf. I don't know. It's up to Edo. I don't really want to do that, but if Edo wants to do that, I guess we can. And then, yeah, we'll see you live trading tomorrow.
Yeah. Can we pray tomorrow after stream for Sweden? Yes, we can.
We
sir.
can.
Yes, we can.
I don't know how well those prayers will work, just because Kiki is like way too good. But
does anyone have any questions? Any questions at all about today, about the trading day, about everything we just talked about in the trade recap as well? Please ask questions, guys. I'm here for you guys to learn for free. Everybody in here has lifetime access. There's no reason why you shouldn't be asking a million questions. So it doesn't matter if we have another wick inside that rejection block.
By the way,
it's
just
still
played out
has
to Asia
confidence.
lows.
Oh really? Just played out to Asia lows?
Beautifully.
All right, so trade played out fully to Asia lows. I'm on these evals that I'm trading today have a 50% consistency rule. So once I got 1500 there, if I was on the funded, I would have definitely left a runner to Asia lows. But great to see it play out to full TP. Should I keep looking for a trade or done for the day? You know the answer to that question. What was the bias? What was our targets for the day? Have those been taken out? Yes. So you shouldn't be continuing to look for a trade. Anything after this is going to be lower probability because what was our bias on the day? Bearish. Bearish bias played out to the targets. So that bearish bias is no longer valid. It's no longer a high probability bias or high probability target. So the answer is no, you should not keep looking for a trade. Yeah, the rejection block is still going to count as a confluence. Obviously, you need to play in with other conditions as well. For example, that 1 minute, see a strong pullback right off that 4-hour rejection block, and then you can use it as a confluence. But if you guys haven't backtested rejection blocks, I definitely would. For me, it's still a new concept as well. So I keep testing it and I'm writing stats down and analytics through that. I suggest you guys do the same. What was the main confluence that told you that we were going to reverse? So it's not really just one main confluence. It's kind of like the whole storyline making sense up to that point. And what I mean by that is that we started the morning with a bearish bias because we have such good targets on the weekly time frame to go lower. We also had London lows and Asia lows intact. If I looked at the previous sessions, right? I go look at the previous sessions. of today. What did Asia do? Asia session pumped. London session continued that pump. What's New York gonna do? Reverse dump, right? Same thing here. Well, look at Friday. Asia session dump. London session, I would say both pump and dump. But what does New York do? Reverse. Right? Same thing here. Asia pump. London pump. What does New York do? Reversal. Right? So when I see that again, Asia pump, London pump, what do I expect New York to do? Reversal. Right? So I'm literally just waiting for the A plus setup to present itself. Definitely main confluence, I would say, being that we came up all the way and tapped into this 4-hour rejection block where we have seen resistance every time, right? I don't trade support and resistance, but you guys have to understand that that's just like support and resistance. People that trade that, it doesn't make sense because the whole market is support and resistance. Trading is support and resistance. No matter what strategy you take, it's all based off of support and resistance, right? Yeah, your entries, that's when the strategy matters. That's when the strategy changes. But if you can see, what does this level look like? Every time we come up and tap into this level, we push down lower. So this is a key, obvious point of resistance. I mark it out. When price comes up and taps into that, what has happened? It resists us from going up higher, and we reverse all the way down to Asia lows. So all of those things put together, and then you throw a perfect 1 minute inverse to the downside after kind of like accumulating here for 5 to 6 minutes. Clean, strong 1 minute inverse to the downside with great targets down below and all in line with our bias. That is when I'm going to say, fuck it, we ball. I'm ripping this shit. 1 to 2 risk to reward. And that was the trade for today.
Go on Discord. I'm seeing a lot of messages.
Yep. What's up?
Do you mind checking the DMs on Spaghetti Insta?
Yes, I will check the DMs later. Neymar to score today. Yeah, what's that? Plus 1,000.
Plus a gazillion.
Plus a gazillion. That guy's not scoring shit. Like the rejection block had a wick inside of it already and reacted off of it already. So rejection block is still valid even if you already reacted out of it before. Yes, it's still valid. Also, it's kind of like the first time we rejected out of it, we had that 1 minute inverse. It never inversed. We also tapped into a 5 minute bullish gap. So right, you have to like match them. You got to match the rejection block with what's happening on the lower time frame. So if the lower time frame is telling you, hey, I noticed we tapped into the rejection block, but I'm still not ready to dump, then you wait, right? We came up, we reswept the high, then we got the inverse. And now it really looked like that 5 minute was going to inverse. It looked like those 1 minutes were about to get just completely obliterated. Now it's a great time to get in there. So you got to match it, right? That's why I say there's not one confluence, not one condition that played out. It's kind of just everything added up and, you know, the storyline makes sense. Good morning, Jay. Daily bias, what played out? Yeah, great daily bias, Tom. Wow. He did, Tom did send this today. Tom literally sent this before 9:30, and this is exactly how it played out. So I'm great to see that, Tom. TP, the king of rejection blocks. I don't even know who that is. I found that rejection blocks become much more unlikely to play out if it's not the first time mitigating it. Probably. Again, I'm still testing out the rejection block as a confluence, but I definitely match it with more conditions and confluences to make sure that I'm going in at the right time. How did I know that 1 minute inverse was the one? Again, you know, trading also is conviction. Like, you gotta just feel it. You gotta know, like, hey, I've been patient enough. I've been waiting and waiting. This is the one, right? What mainly gave me the confluence is seeing kind of this like accumulation right here. We took out this internal high and then we just moved sideways for a bit, came up, reswept the internal high, and then rejected, right? So if I would have taken like this inverse, for example, that's not super high probability because we have equal highs right here. Then we came up, took out those equal highs, took out this little accumulation zone, resweep of the high, then bang. Also, this was at 9:54, so I had that in mind that, hey, it's 9:54, 10 a.m.'s around the corner, what's going to happen? A bunch of volume's going to get thrown into the markets in the next 5 minutes. A bunch of money's going to get thrown into the markets. So what does that mean? Increased volume, increased volatility. If I'm right about this trade, now it's going to play out. Now there's going to be enough volume and volatility in the market for it to play out.
Bottom alpha 0, can we go full port it on CPI or just trade it normally? You have to just trade it normally. Full porting CPI, I've tried it a couple times. It works sometimes, but
do not do that, bro.
I wouldn't do it. It doesn't make you a good trader. Like, it's literally straight gambling. That's all it is.
Yeah. You have a much higher probability of full porting your account on an A+ setup than on CPI. So what's the point of
it can also it'll also like affect your mental, because then you're gonna associate trading with gambling. So
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
How did y'all deal with the losses in the beginning? Because I always have the urge to revenge trade. Even I know as the best. Okay. Dude, the losses, like, first off, always have a daily loss limit set in place. Right, and for anyone that just joined, he's not referring to today. We didn't take any losses. He's referring to just in general. Dealing with losses is probably one of the hardest things to do. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like there's a fucking secret recipe for dealing with losses. What I found to work for me was mitigating those losses. So making sure that I have a strict daily loss limit that I'm okay with, right? That I am comfortable with losing. You have to pick a number, whether let's say it's 1% of your account. Set a strict daily loss limit. On Trade8, you can, or multiple different brokers, you can set a daily loss limit where if you hit it, it doesn't let you trade anymore. That was really good for me because I didn't know how to deal with my losses at the beginning. I didn't know how. Once I started implementing that daily loss limit, it was like the daily loss limit dealt with it for me, if that makes sense. Like, I couldn't take any trades on my account past that daily loss limit. So I would be forced to hop off of the charts. Then, from that happening multiple times a week, from me just hopping off the charts because my daily loss limit was hit, it started to reverse my psychology to be like, holy shit, that feels really good. Like, hopping off the charts feels really good. Like, I started to notice that, my daily loss limit was getting hit, and I had to hop off the charts, and I would just forget about it because there's nothing I could do past my daily loss limit getting hit. There's nothing I can do about it. So I started to like get over the fact that I hit my daily loss limit and be like, hey, there's nothing I can do. I have to just try again tomorrow. And then I started to switch my mentality in a sense that I'm much more comfortable losing. I feel much better hopping off the charts than I was able to deal with my losses.
Did I take the trade today? I actually didn't take the trade today. I wasn't comfortable taking it since we were inside the 5 minute. I was worried we were going to respect the 5 minute. I closed my computer. I'm not going to take anything else because I know that now my mind is kind of scrambled because I feel as though I missed out on that trade. The intelligent thing, close your computer because there's nothing that's going to be there's nothing that's going to be higher probability than what was taken already on stream. I'm right next to you. I'm not
Let's see, any more questions? Just trade it normally, don't pull port CPI, guys. This makes no sense. Great answer, Sam.
No trade for me.
Up on the day from Mexico. Let's go. Vámonos, bro. Barça. No trade for me today. Currently, I don't have evals, so I'm just unfunded. That's great, bro. That's great that you are on the fundeds and that you're taking them slow and you don't FOMO into anything. Bang. You miss out on a trade. Who cares, bro? Tomorrow, there's going to be another 10 setups. There's no reason why you should feel FOMO or try to catch a trade today. with time and daily lives. I have to be able to set my daily loss limits right. Jackie, there's no reason why you shouldn't immediately already have that daily loss limit set in place. There's no reason. You don't have to wait for anything. That's not going to come with time. Rip it. Go today and set a daily loss limit that you are comfortable with and respect it.
See you guys. Peace out, Caesar. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out, Dante. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, Tom, you're 100% right. You can't just rely solely on the rejection block. Has to match the bias, has to match the confluences, the conditions, everything.
I know Edo was talking about it before, but I feel like we need to elaborate more. Like the whole trading itself is a story that begins with the daily bias, and slowly that story should build up until you take a trade. That trade has to align with everything else that you've been doing before. You shouldn't just take any random inverse because you have to think about your targets, your daily bias, how the market has been moving. What did market open do? What did we sweep? What did we tap into? What did we not tap into? What's the RR? Like all of that.
Yeah. 100%. I just want to say Tom sent a great message today. And it's this one right here. And I'm highlighting this. Don't skip journaling. Never skip journaling. If you guys are still struggling with trading or you're on the learning curve, which is fine, right? Everybody starts somewhere. All of you should be journaling. There's a spaghetti journal tab in the Discord where you can go in and safely place your journal and write in it every single day. Write about the trades, the confluences, the conditions, the emotions you felt during that trade, what you wanted to see, what goals you have for yourself, what rules you have set in place. And go in there every morning and read your rules and read your goals before hopping on the charts. That is going to just trick your brain to become a disciplined trader much faster than anyone who does not journal. Also, you have access to us to go in there and review your journal, to leave feedback on your journal. You can ask me, yo, bro, can you review my journal on Sunday? Like, can we do a review session where you go in and review my journal live? 100%, I will do it every time. I will never say no to you. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be having a journal and writing in it every day. And Seb's gonna go rip a blinker and watch Avatar.
Oh, dude, I'm down for oysters. Let's fucking do it.
Used to force myself to run it if I broke my rules. That's great. Fra, I have not seen your DM. I will check it.
Finna make a server just to journal. We actually have a channel. We have a channel where you can go and make your journal. You can see everybody else's journal.
Yeah. Look, there's
that way
any journal.
We're able to see everybody's journal.
You literally just...
I honestly think it's like our most valuable resource. I don't know why people don't use it enough. If you're struggling, it's so much harder for us to help you guys if you guys just sit here and tell us like, yeah, I think this week I did this. And it's so much better when we can actually go and like really like micro analyze like your thought process and what you're actually thinking, along with like if you're following your rules, your psychology, when you're going in and writing a detailed journal entry every day. Yeah, Trey's been on it, dude. Trey's been absolutely... I've noticed, Trey, I feel like I haven't brought that up to you, but Trey, you've been absolutely on it. And I think Ethan has started to do it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan has. But I know Trey and Rukus as well. It's a crazy valuable asset. I'm not saying necessarily we're gonna go in every day and like check your guys' journals, but if you guys ever like reach out and you guys are like, please go check my journal, we'll absolutely do it whenever you guys want. So, Sam, have a good rest of your day, brother. Let's fucking go, Jay.
Lo vuoi mettere fuori, no?
Peace out, Seba. Have a good day.
Did you end the OBS?
No.
Peace out, YouTube recap. Love you guys.